Hello friends, my name's Real Emile and welcome back to Forza Horizon. In today's video we're going to be carrying on with our Let's Play, and we start by picking up our blue wristband.
Well done. This blue wristband means you're really proving yourself at the festival. Keep going.
There we go, we got our blue wristband, which means we can actually do some of the blue wristband events, which is what we're going to be doing in today's episode. And they're all over there, brilliant. Right, what we got? We've got a Heatwave S-Class, Jesus. Okay, Urban Avalanche, a Eurocross, 70s Rock Out, BBS Showdown, Fat Lace Chase. Jesus Christ, there's a lot of events. We are going to start though by going to... Ooh, where are we going? We're going to do the 70s Rock Out, why not? Let's start on some 70s note. Start putting some Led Zeppelin on various other things, which I don't have in this game. Unfortunately, the rock station in this isn't terrible. There's... okay. Yeah, now I can complete in blue events on next one. You gonna let me sign up for it? Of course, we're not going to use the County Squire. That would be silly, but... Please? Gonna sign up for this event? Maybe I just need to drive around the block and come back. I don't know. Is the game confused because I jumped the gun? There we go.
Blue wristband events are going to be a big step up for you. Faster cars, tougher opponents. You've done well to get here, but this might be as far as you go this year.
Okay, right, let's try and find something that isn't a muscle car, because I don't particularly fancy using one. And of course, when I start recording I need to sneeze, obviously. That's the way things work. Ooh, Stratos. Do I go with the Stratos? I believe we are going to go with the Lancia, yes. Probably not the best decision financially, but I kind of want one of these. Ooh, what colour? I like that blue. Let's go with that. So the Lancia Stratos is one of the most legendary rally cars ever. It's got rear-wheel drive, which is fun. It's basically what it was is it had a Ferrari V8. It looked like a supercar. It was almost as fast as a supercar, but it was built for rallying, and it was absolutely fantastic at rallying. It's a really strange car, but it's fantastic. Oh yeah, of course we got verse him now, which is fun. Yeah, these are also regarded as some of the most beautiful cars ever, and I mean you can't argue with people who say that. I wouldn't put it on my top 10 list, but it's definitely an honourable mention. There you go. I'll say that, right. Right, let's see how it competes against the big boys and the muscle cars. This should not be the underdog, but it kind of is. Because A, I'm driving, and B, I don't think it's properly upgraded. No, we're about 70 PI under what everything else will be running, so that's interesting. Can't remember if this has got a turbo in it. I don't think it has. I was just a bit worried about being at the wrong gear at the wrong time in case we're getting any major lag. Good news is this should be pretty good at this. The ratios are set up for rallying and all that, so the gears are nice and short. The only problem with that is you just need to constantly be changing and constantly keeping your eye on the gear limiter. Oh, rev limiter, sorry. Not gear limiter, what am I on about? BMW 2002 in front. The car I'm not a huge fan of, but yeah, it's alright I guess. I haven't got anything against the 2002. There's a Lotus Elan, that's a unicorn car as well. There's 7 unicorn cars in this game, and they chose them a bit funny. I believe it's the Ford Fiesta. No, I don't know why either. The Honda CRX, the Mazda MX-5 Superlight, that Lotus, that's 4. Celine S5 Raptor, the... ooh, God, what else is there? There's a really obvious one. I can't think what it is. I had them all in my head as soon as I started speaking, and now they've all gone. I'll be reminded on our travels, but yeah, they chose them a bit oddly. I don't really get why they chose what they chose, but they did. I would have quite liked the Fiesta to just be a normal car, but realistically they should have just put some of the rare classics as unicorn cars. That would have made more sense. Unicorn cars are odd though. I kind of like the fact they've got rid of them from now on Horizon 2 anyway. They had them in the prototype builds of Forza 5, didn't they? I mean, before the Road America pack, you could actually see the Chevy C4 Corvette driving around in some of the events. And there was a few others which you could glitch the game out to... It wouldn't give you them because it would just say like 0 stats or anything like that, but apparently they were in the game before, so everyone seems to think they were unicorn cars, and I can kind of see the point on that. I don't know. You sort of need to give people some form of reward. It's like at the moment on Horizon 2, they're using credits as a means to get people to enter stuff like photo contests and whatnot. And yeah, that's good, but getting an exclusive car is a bit better, right? But, you know, it is what it is. You gotta make it sort of an even playing field. If it turns out one of the unicorn cars was much more overpowered than anything else in the game, then of course there'd be an issue. Which thankfully none of the unicorn cars were particularly OP over everything else. I like the way they did it in Forza 4 because most of the cars were just pre-tunes. So you could get like the top secret Supra and various other things, and they were the unicorn cars. Already modified ones, so you wasn't really missing out. You could technically remake them if you wanted to. So I mean, that was a good thing at least. We're going to go rallying, of course, across here. I don't even know what this event is, but it's the closest to us and we'll do it. Flying Stratos. There we go.
You know, you're looking like a contender for the next wristband. Prove you're the real deal and rip up this track.
Alright, let's do it.
Your car isn't eligible
Ooh,
for this
Quattro.
event, but you have one in your garage that is, if you want to enter.
Do we go Quattro? Well, we got unbuy new cars. What other vehicles can we use for this? Okay, we've got the Golf. That's expensive. No, I think we'll use the Quattro. I swear the Audi RS4 is usually on that list. That might be for a different event. The RS4 might be A-class actually. Maybe I'm just being a bit of a spammer. That usually happens. Yeah, we'll use the Quattro because everything else on that list was either really expensive or pointless. It's like the Golf. I had a better experience with that car on Forza 5 and I don't want to use it anymore. Ever. Anyone who didn't see the car comparison video, it was definitely a scary car to drive. It twitched out a lot on me. I should really make more car comparisons. The only problem is they take so long to bloody make. And I think I should probably just script them.
Try not to choke, and if you do, choke good.
Okay, whatever. Arse. These Lancia. Why can't we have... I hate how the game shows suggested cars. It just should show all the cars that are eligible for the event, realistically. Because it saves me... The reason I'm doing it that way is it just saves me going back to the, like, auction... Not auction house, what the hell am I on? There's an auction house in this game? Sweet. Give me it. The auto show. There you go. I wish there was an auto house. Auto houses haven't been in the game since Forza 4. They were brilliant. The only problem with them, of course, is you'd find all the prize cars up for, like, £1,000. That game was great. When it first came out, you could get, on Forza 4, you could get, like, an Aston Martin DBS. Sorry, not 7. I wish the DB7 was in the game, but it's not. The DBS, you could get one of them for, like, £1,000. Or 10 grand, or whatever. They were, like, ridiculously cheap, and you could have, like... Technically, if you won the first race, turned all the assists off and everything, and got like 20 grand, you could go on the auction house and spend 20,000 credits, walk away with 20 cars, and there'd be stuff like Aston Martin V12 Vantages and all sorts of different Jaguars and various other high performance, usually high price cars. I never got why people sold the prize cars for dirt cheap. Maybe they were doing a playthrough or something without using the prize cars or something like that. I don't know. Maybe people feel the prize cars are a bit cheap. I don't know. I don't. I mean, I like the idea of prize cars personally, but you know, Forza 5 did away with that because they tried to make the game hard to play, hard to earn money on. And a lot of people said no, and now the game's ridiculously easy because Forza rewards. Which, I do mention this every couple of videos, and I haven't done it for a while, so I'll mention it here. Forza Rewards is a free service. If you go to Forza Motorsport, sign in with your Microsoft account, you can pretty much claim your rewards. It's based on how many achievements you have, or cars, or various other things in all the different Forza games. And it stretches back from Forza Motorsport 2 all the way up to Forza Horizon 2. And it's dead simple. You go on the website, find out what tier you are. Based on your tier, you will receive rewards. And believe me, these are bloody good rewards. They used to give out unicorn cars. They don't anymore, unfortunately. But they still do give out a hell of a lot of money. On Horizon 2 and Forza 5, I claim 2.1 million each and every month. And on this game, I get about 150,000, which isn't a lot, granted, on these older Forza games, but definitely for the newer games, it's a very, very good advantage to have. I do recommend you go up to the rewards fresh every month, so every month you'll get a fresh pile of money. It's good. It's a really nice system. I might link it below if I remember to do that. If I don't, then, you know, it's easy enough to find yourself. Anyway, speaking of easy enough, this race has been fairly simplistic and easy, and we're about to cross the line. I think I've spoke about the Quattro in the showcases video, so I don't feel any need to in this video.
You're really getting the hang of racing at this level.
Yes, we really are doing our thing for humanity. Alright. Right. What we got? Showdown, Fatalist Chance, or we can do the Japanese Trailblazer. I fancy Japanese Trailblazers. Yeah, that could be interesting. Get some rally cars out, I guess. I presume that'll be what the event wants you to use. Find out. Might get something decent. No, don't want to use any of them. I mean, we could shove the RX-7 engine inside the MX-5, but rear-wheel drive doesn't really handle well on these surfaces. And we've used the 2011 Pretzer to death. No. I don't think the game understands. That's not a rally car. That's also very expensive. Ooh, Evo 10 or GTR? Ooh. I think we'll go Evo 10, just to mix it up a bit. I don't usually use the Evo 10 a lot, which isn't because I dislike the car, it's just because I've always preferred Imprezas. It's definitely, there's two sides to the fence. You either like the Impreza or you like the Evo. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of power. And it's only got street tyres. I do want to upgrade it, but I want to upgrade it myself. We're just gonna have to use the martial law, I guess. I've got a funny feeling this car's gonna be terrible, and I'm gonna have to go and upgrade it myself. Yeah, that doesn't fill me full of confidence. It upgrades itself to 448 horsepower, and it only puts street tires on it. This is going to be terrible. I can already tell this is going to be terrible. This is just not going to end very well for us. Although it'll end marginally worse for that guy in the Sylvia.
Hey, you tell me which one of these pedals is the brake? Forget it. Who needs brakes?
You will, because you'll go through a wall at 100 miles an hour if you think you take... Oh god, that rev range. Power. Jesus, well, I knew we'd have quite a bit of launch, at least. I guess that's a thing. God, that's fast. Okay, well, we haven't come to a proper corner yet, which is sort of where I'm going to get more terrified. Oh god, we're about to enter the dirt. Speaking of dirt, We have actually got the rally expansion. Yeah, no. This is terrible. This really is terrible. Yeah, we got the rally expansion actually. So, do you guys want me to play through the rally expansion? I might do that in the next few episodes. The problem I've got with the rally expansion is most of the events to complete it takes about 2 hours, but that's about 7 different videos. So I'm not sure whether to do 2 videos a day on the Let's Play while the rally stuff's going on, or whether to cap it. Because I've got a funny feeling, if we're already on blue wristband, there's 7 wristbands in this game, I'm going to be done with this fairly shortly. I mean, if we really wanted to, I could probably do this Let's Play 15 episodes flat. But we're not going to, of course. I'm going to do some of the other stuff. We've still got that face-off to do with Ali Howard and all the street racing and all the rest of it. But I definitely want to start the rally thing, but I'm not sure whether I should split it off into its own series, call it the Horizon Rally Let's Play or something. Or, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah. I would ask you guys, but probably by the time this video is out and done and stuff, then I'll probably have done it anyway, so it doesn't really make that big a difference.
Consistency is how you win championships. Keep those points rolling in.
We're almost up to pink wristband. How long have we been recording for? Try that while we're in the menu screens. $16 Ooh, we could go and do the face off.
Me and the boys at Carson Lot got some new races. If you're game, you know what to do. Get over there.
Get over there. Now you're alright. Right, what we got? Do we want to go challenge Ali Howard? I think I'd rather do that in the next... Yeah, I'm going to do that next episode. I think we're just mostly going to get through the blue wristband in this episode today, I think. And then in 7 I'll go back to doing a variety of other things.
When you pulled up at Horizon, I admit I couldn't see you getting this far. Glad to be proved wrong. You're not allowed to enter that car into this event. You need to select another.
I'm sorry if you can hear me breathing on this, I don't know why. I seem to be out of breath at the moment. I'm not particularly sure why. It doesn't come across in my voice or anything, but apparently I am, so I apologise if that sort of is coming across on the recording. I hope it's not, because it sort of doesn't sound professional. Unfortunately, as much as I love this snowball mic, it's not a... Oh god, I can't remember what the exact name for it. We're using the Delta, by the way, because it's got 4-wheel drive. Yeah, I can't remember what's the exact name for the microphones, but anyway, this one's meant to pick out like background noise and stuff, and it does that. It's not one of them you talk directly into, so it means, yeah, I can sit back and chill while I record these, but at the same time, you know, you can sort of hear everything that goes on in the background, including like clacks and smacks and stuff, so.
You know what? If you're too nervous, just wipe out on the first bend. I'll give you a nudge if you need.
I'm really tempted to get another microphone, more of a direct one, so I have a direct one and I have a room mic for any time I want to do, say, a podcast or something, which is sort of... I've always wanted to do a podcast. I reckon it could be quite amusing to do a podcast, but I'll have to see. I don't think I have many friends who'd actually be interested in doing a podcast, so that's a bit unfortunate. But yeah, it's something I'd like to do. I want to do a dual com at some point as well. And you get some other people on this channel, because I do realise after a while my voice and persona can be quite irritating, so you know, throw some new people on here, why not? Gotta get past these lot as well. They're sort of staying really close packed up and it's not good. Right. So yeah, we're in the Lancia Delta HF Integrale, a car I actually really do quite like. It's a rally car, which is good. It's a Lancia, which is good. I like the look of it, which is strange. Yeah, it's not particularly a... I wouldn't call it a good-looking car, but it's definitely a cool-looking car. I like it. I like all the edges and stuff. It's a bloody good car, this. It's one of those Lancias... You know, some Lancias are good because they're pretty, or good because they're... I don't know. They've got good pedigree behind them. This Lancia is just good all round. I mean, this is the best, I want to say, most successful rally car ever. I don't think it's quite the most successful rally car ever yet, but I think it's one of the most successful. It might be the most successful of the 90s. I believe these were fantastic during the 90s. But the reason I chose it for this event is probably, hopefully obvious to you at this point. It's really tight and twisty, so I figured a 4-wheel drive system to let us boot it out the corners might be a bit more useful than a front wheel drive, which would probably be just skitting its front wheels around. But I mean, I'm not saying I hate the Scion as well. That's the reason I didn't use that, because that's a rear wheel drive, and the Scion's quite a drifty car. Don't get me wrong, it's a hell of a lot of fun to use, and we will be using it at some point because I love the Toyota GT86 and the Subaru BRZ and all them cars. I love them. I think they're fantastic, but they're not great for serious track racing, if you know what I mean. Well, which is sort of where this comes in. So, yeah. It's just, the more I think about it, the more I want to play through the rally on this game. The rally expansion was really good. It was short, and sort of once you was done with it, you know, you was done with it. But it's not like Storm Island where you could go and explore the rally stages, you know. It wasn't on its own separate island. What they pretty much did was just dirt coat all of the roads in the game. But the rally was really, really good. As in, fantastic, so definitely going to play through that in a few episodes' time, I think. We'll see. See how many episodes I record tonight. I'm having a big recording session, so that's good. Because I do like having a big recording session sometimes. And these Horizon Let's Plays, they're great to do. The unfortunate thing is most of the episodes are about half an hour long, so before this I've only recorded like 4 episodes, so
Pleasantly surprising me, that is.
if you're uploading them each and every day, you know, it can get a bit short, shall we say. Do we want to finish off the wristbands? So what time are we sitting at now? Are we sitting pretty still? "22 minutes. I think we've got enough time to finish off this wristband. And then I swear next episode we'll do something a bit more variety-wise. Might even go street racing, actually, by the looks of that. Good to go street racing. Ooh. I'm really tempted to do that. I just know we're going to lose a hell of a lot of money because I believe that's a race for convertible vehicles. What we got? Rockstar Cliff Run. Right, I don't want to do that because I believe we need that for a 1,000 Club Challenge in a Pacific car, so I'll wait for the Pacific car to do that. Cliff Run, that could be fun. Let's go do a Cliff Run, I guess. And then it doesn't really matter what event we do next because we only need 20 or 30 points, which is good. So we'll actually blast through the blue wristband in one race.
Wow, you're real close to the next wristband. So don't get cocky, keep it cool, and bring home the win.
Okay, I won't be cocky, honest about it. But yeah, I mean, we're actually blasting through this. Like I said, technically speaking, you know, you could blast through Horizon in 7-8 episodes, not a problem, but I also want to take my time with it a little bit. Ooh, do we want a BMW Z4? Or we could use a Dodge Charger. But I'm leaning towards a BMW Z4. I think this is the car we're going to use. Ooh, what colour do we want? I like the white. I'm going to go with the white. I don't know. When it comes to random days or something, I'll like one colour over the other. And it seems today I like white cars, because we've had a hell of a lot of white cars. The Focus was white, God, what was it? No, the Audi was silver, wasn't it? I didn't paint that white specifically. Yeah, we've got a lot of white cars. Apparently that's what's happening today.
disappoint you.
And we don't care, quite frankly. That's the extremely annoying thing about this game, is those bloody characters. They're just so one-dimensional and dull. They're basically there just to purely infuriate you, which, I mean, they do to varying degrees of success, but yeah, it's just, they don't have any redeeming features whatsoever. So I'm kind of glad they got rid of it. They sort of replaced it with the, what were the thingy driver tars in Horizon 2, the ones that drove around and give you big money, bounty driver tars, whatever one you want to call them. Yeah, they were quite alright. I mean, they gave you loads of money if you beat them, but yeah, I don't think the Z4 was a good choice. Might be a little underpowered and a little too bad on the handling front, which is unfortunate, because I do like the BMW Z4, the new one anyway. This one especially, I really like this car. It's a lot like the M135i. I didn't like the original 1 Series, but then I drove the M135i on this game, and oh my god, that is a good car. We are using that in an episode, don't you worry, because that's a fantastic car. In fact, I just realised this game doesn't recommend DLC cars to you while you're picking a car, does it? We might have to stockpile some DLC cars or something for next episode, so we can actually use some DLC cars instead of these boring normal cars. Well, this one isn't boring, but you know what I mean. Because the game launched with like an abysmally small amount of cars. I believe with DLC it's only pumped it towards 100 or 210, I think, are in this game at the moment. Which, yeah, I mean, that's what Horizon 2 shipped with. If you take away all the DLC, bear in mind there was, how many cars were released for this game? 40, 50? There was only like 100 and something cars to start off with, which, yeah, this is sort of where some people would say the decline of the Forza series was. This is where it sort of became more about detail and less about content, but I don't care. I mean, I've enjoyed Horizon 1 very, very much so I'll take the loss of cars. Yeah, there was some losses which I'm sort of quite cross about. Like the Honda Civic 97. Why is that not in this game? You put the 2004 version in. No one likes the 2004. Everyone prefers the 97. Give us that. That's a good handling car. Although, to be fair, not bashing the 2004. That's a pretty decent car as well, so that's good. Actually, was the Z4 no, the Z4 wasn't a DLC car, was it? What am I thinking? That was, yeah. I like the fact it's convertible in this game as well. Unfortunately, Horizon 2's got the fixed roof, which doesn't look nearly as good, but with the roof down, I mean, this is a pretty good looking car, I've got to be honest. Yeah, BMW certainly was on a roll. I mean, they've sort of ruined that roll now with the horrible electric things they've introduced. The i3, which is absolutely hideous. And the i8, which I don't see what everyone sees in the i8. Everyone's like, oh, it's the future of sports cars. Well, no, the bloody, what was it called? Something like the Tesla is probably the future of sports cars. The BMW i8 isn't a good car, it's just terrible. I don't think it looks very good. I don't like the i8, I've got to be honest. I'd much rather have a gas guzzling M5 and just pay the fuel on it. And tax and all the other various things.
Another great result. You're really shaping up.
That's good. Really shaping up. Intermediate. Ooh. No, I don't want to verse a rival. I never want to verse rifles, not in a Let's Play anyway. I only really do it normally if there's a big incentive behind it, which usually there isn't enough of an incentive behind it, so don't usually bother. Okay, right, one more race event. Do we go do that? Yeah, we go do that, because I can't think of anything better to do. Okay, what we got? Must be all-wheel drive. Garage cars are available. We're not using that Evo. We're not using that damn Evo. Terrible car that was. Oh, there's the RS4. No, we could have a Bentley or a Range Rover. or a Jeep? No, we will go with our Audi RS4. Have it in bright yellow to change things up a bit. It's so many white cars and so many normal looking cars. What you really need is a bright yellow Audi, just to annoy people. Because let's be honest, everyone else bought this car in black, so... I'm not a huge fan of black cars. I mean, don't get me wrong, some cars look really nice in black, but... meh. It's just a pretty boring colour, isn't it, black? I mean, meh. I mean, you could say the same about white, but white looks crisp. I mean, black does in some lights, don't get me wrong, but... how come we didn't have the rival introduction? Is he not in this race? Oh, yeah, of course, it's a different wristband, innit? I also kind of missed the fact that driver side designs aren't on the cars in this game, like they are in Horizon 2, which is a bit of a shame. Ram him out of the way, I guess. It's a good way to do it. Yeah, so we're in the Audi RS4. I like this car a hell of a lot. I used to really like it when I was, like, growing up. I wouldn't say a kid, because, I mean, this car's 2007, isn't it? Which, to be fair, this car launched 8 years ago, and it still looks fantastic, so... I remember when they were first testing this on Top Gear, when it was first coming out, they did the South of France hill climbing challenge, the one that's constantly on Dave, because for some reason Dave seems to like using the same episodes over and over and over again, and then they'll just switch it every now and again. It's an odd system, I will admit. Because they've got like, they'll keep running some Top Gear in circulation, like the Nürburgring Transit, South of France with an Audi RS4, and there's another one from there, like the Caravan episode. And then they'll just switch them around and then replay them over a week or two, and then choose another load of episodes and replay them. It's weird. And the other thing I don't like about Dave is I wish they'd cut starring a reasonably priced car instead of news, because for me the news is always the funniest part of a Top Gear episode. That's why I've actually started buying some of the episodes from the Xbox video store. And I know a lot of you are going to be like, oh, what are you doing that for? But you can download them to watch them offline. So if I'm really tired, or not tired, what am I about? If I get bored while I'm uploading something, and obviously you can't access YouTube while you're doing it, because occasionally, you know, when you're uploading it wants to suck your entire internet, I'll just end up sitting down and putting one of them episodes on, so... That's what I used to do anyway. I don't do it so much anymore because I've got nice, shiny new internet, which is uploads much faster than my old one, but... yeah, speaking of which, I need to start uploading soon. That's the fun part. I actually might sit through a Top Gear episode later, because... yeah, I don't know if I'm going to upload all the episodes I've recorded tonight, but I'll definitely upload a few of them. I think this is going to be the last one of the night, because I'm strangely out of breath, and... yeah. So that's fun. But don't worry. When will this one come out? To give you an idea, they started going up yesterday. That's how much this is recording in advance, so... that's just some interesting information for you.
You're a man on a mission. There's a pink wristband at Race Central with your name on it. See you there.
Pink wristband. There we go, we're not doing too bad. We've actually... ooh, that's the 4th wristband. 4 out of 7 wristbands. So, I mean, we're coming through this game quite fast, so that's good. But don't worry, because even after we beat Darius, we've got a hell of a lot to do.
Hey, I wasn't really trying back
Ooh,
then.
Diablo.
How about we try again? Just you and me. I'll give you my car if you beat me.
Okay, I think in the next episode we're going to do some of these face-off events, and we might even tie up some loose ends we've got from events like these. But I mean, we'll have to see what happens in the next episode. There's a Sleeker drifting. I bet you haven't seen that picture 1,000 times. But we're actually on track to do fairly well. As I said, there's 70 events in this game. You only do about 40 of them through Wristband, so don't worry. Even after we beat Darius, this Let's Play will definitely continue. I just noticed the steering angle on this doesn't look like it goes full lock, does it? God knows what's happening there. Anyway, friends, I want to thank you very much for watching and persevering today. I believe this has actually been a longer episode. Let's just go check what the timer thinks. We've been going 35 minutes, Jesus. So I'm going to end it off here, friends, and I shall see you in the next episode. Until next time, farewell.